Uh,
In today's video, we're going to do 5 important dead zones. Then I'm going to show you how to measure and detect stick drift on PC using a variety of software by recalibration. Let's get it. The video. What do you actually want? Zones to where when you break neutral just ever so slightly, and I do mean just barely, put your fingers on those analog sticks, it is registering and your character is moving or aiming on screen. But as soon as you remove your fingertips completely, all movement ceases. Having the smallest dead zones to where your most finite or small movements start getting registered, in combination with bumping up the in-game sensitivity about 2 to 3 clicks, and increasing the height of the right stick with some kind of control freak or thumbstick extension, and perhaps increasing resistance on the right stick with something like Control Freak's precision rings, or one of the premium controllers that actually has increased thumbstick tension, that is going to get you the best possible accuracy and response out of your thumbsticks. So how do we measure and detect if your thumbstick is getting stick drift? Well, the most noticeable would be if you notice your character moving or aiming when you're not touching the controller. You've got a pretty decent case of stick drift on your hands. It's kind of like the saying, if you feel thirsty, it's too late, you're already dehydrated. If you're physically moving your character without touching your controller, you got yourself some stick drift. Surprise, surprise, a lot of you have stick drift in your controllers that hasn't even been registered in game yet because it's so minute, but we're going to remedy it today. Recalibrate those sticks for you. There's 4 methods for connecting a controller. Get interference controller and it will pop open your settings. Another way to get to settings is to pin it down here to the taskbar. If not, click on the Windows controller into the search bar. You will see setup. Controller is not registered and you're having issues with your controller connecting to Windows 10 PC, I do have a video linked in the description below to get you all squared away. Now this is a diagnostic tool, so as I move my left analog stick, my right analog stick, or press any of the buttons, that is all registered here. And as you can see on that X rotation, which is going to be the horizontal axis of aiming on the right analog stick, it's not centered, it is showing a little bit of out-of-the-box stick drift. Let's confirm that with Gamepad Tester. This is a website called Gamepad Tester. Go ahead and plug in your controller and then press a button on the face, and that will wake up your controller and allow it to be registered on this website. So this is confirming our original speculation. We're getting a little stick drift on that right stick. I'll zoom in so you can see properly, but that black dot is not dead centered. And also under axis 2, as you can see, we're getting a 0.08, 0.1, which is not good. You want this as close to 0 as possible. Other than measuring stick drift, you can also do what's called testing.
what the fuck? I have such bad stick drift.
Hi guys, play more TFT.
Nah, I'm not playing anymore. I'm playing Starfield.
Oh, okay.
Shalom.
Sub Sam.
What's going on here?
I started playing Starfield, but I got really bad stick drift on my controller, but I swear my controller's not broken because it's like quite new, and I just feel like it's some sort of configuration issue or driver issue or something. But it's fucking making me angry.
Funny you say that because while I was playing Ratchet and Clank, a couple times like my thing just locked to my character just walking left.
Yeah, well, I'm getting it up and down, and when I like go to test my controller, like the stick behavior, like when I'm using like programs to like look at what my stick is doing, it's just so weird.
The circularity, which is going to get your inputs properly. Those red or pink areas, not good. What you want to see is blue and maybe a little bit of purple. Now, there is virtually nothing you can do for circularity or thumbstick accuracy, but we can do quite a bit to recalibrate for stick drift. Almost every controller should be recognized on this website, but if it is not, if you're on a PS4 or 5 controller, launch a program called DS4 Windows. I do have a separate tutorial of this program, but its main purpose in life is to spoof your PC into thinking that a PlayStation 4 or 5 controller is an Xbox 360 controller, allowing it to be recognized by many more programs and games and giving it more compatibility. Another way to measure stick drift is going to be in the Steam launcher. Go over here to Big Picture Mode, which is a console-like experience that allows you to use your controller much like you're browsing a console. Come over here to the settings icon. Go over here to controller settings. Make sure all these boxes are checked. Come down here to your detected controller, which is being recognized as a 360 controller. Even though this is a generic third party, it's a FlyDigi Apex 2. And come over here to calibrate. And as you can see, this is representing two things for us: stick drift and dead zone. These red dots, which become black whenever our reticle is within them, is going to be your dead zone, i.e. you're moving your analog stick and your controller isn't recognizing or registering those inputs. And we're also seeing from that little blue dot a little bit of stick drift on that right stick. A little on the left as well, but much more pronounced on the right. Now what you can do is grab these sliders right here and adjust your dead zone. Now what you want is the smallest possible value while that little blue reticle is still within this dot, turning it black. If that turns red, you need to bump up your dead zone just a skosh until it turns black. Now you can also do a full auto calibration, which I'll show you right now. It warns you, hey buddy, you sure you want to do this? Calibration is only recommended if you're experiencing poor trackpad, joystick, or accelerometer performance. Accelerometer is motion sensing, like the controllers that have gyroscope, or trackpad, that's something like the Steam controller or the Steam Deck handheld PC. We're actually calibrating right now. Push the left stick to a side and let go. Push a different direction each time. You have 10 presses remaining. Bam, 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 bam. Same thing on the right stick. Bam, bam. You have to make the sound effects or it won't work properly. Bam, kablam, whammy, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Calibration complete. And as you see, it did its best job to do exactly what we can do manually by adjusting our dead zones. Now, something to keep in mind, this is only going to work with Steam. So if this is your game launcher of choice, you play all your PC games through here, awesome. But a lot of people don't. You might have multiple game launchers, such as Epic and Origin, or shoot, maybe you have games installed directly to your Windows desktop and you're launching them from there. Then this is going to do absolutely nothing for you. We need to use another program to calibrate. Back over here in Windows controller properties, go to settings, click on calibrate, and it opens up this wizard here. Next, leave the D-pad centered, press a button on the controller. This very first window says press all the D-pad's corners. They're actually talking about the left analog stick over here. Go ahead and click display raw data, and it will show you your X-axis, which is horizontal, and your Y-axis, which is vertical. Go ahead and move around in a circle, and then click next. Z-axis calibration, this is going to be for your triggers. I like to click on display raw data so I can see what the hell is going on. Hold down your left trigger and your right trigger. Now these aren't linear, they're 0 to 100 because they're mechanical mouse-like switches. But if you have linear triggers on a standard controller, it works properly. Hey buddy, you sure you want to do this? Turning it black. In your control launcher. Go over here to big picture mode, which is a console-like experience that allows you to use your controller much like you're browsing a console. Come over here to the settings icon. Go over here to controller settings. Make sure all these boxes are checked. Come down here to your detected controller, which is being recognized as a 360 controller. Even though this is a generic third party, it's a FlyDigi Apex 2. And come over here to calibrate. And as you can see, this is representing two things for us: stick drift and dead zone. These red dots, which become black whenever our reticle is within them, is going to be your dead zone, i.e. you're moving your analog stick and your controller isn't recognizing or registering those inputs. And we're also seeing from that little blue dot a little bit of stick drift on that right stick. A little on the left as well, but much more pronounced.
What the fuck?
Let's fucking go! Wait.
Ah, fuck's sake. Wait, this City Skylines 2 out now? Nope.
Hey, Corey, that's sus.
Oh, you know what's even more sus? 2 hours later, Taylor calls me cat because he can't find it. Bro, that just means he was out here trying to watch YouTube short porn.
What's so bad about that?
Bro, that's funny as.
It's not even that funny.
Why?
Because, like, it's like as if it's so weird. Like, if I was curious, I'd go look. It's not that bad.
I know, but like,
Hey,
fuck.
yo, I found it! I found it! Fuck.
Does that mean you got YouTube Premium?
Eh?
Does that mean
Wait, did you find it?
Kiv's got
Kiv?
YouTube Premium?
Yeah,
What did you find?
I found the source.
Did you actually?
Yeah.
Because it's taken down off mine.
Off yours, hey, yo, yours.
Yeah, where'd you find it though? Did you actually find it?
Oh, it's in beta, so they will try to test it out.
Yeah, it would have
Out.
been a test and
They
then
will
they took it back
tested
down.
it out, and then they removed it after like a few hours. I don't know.
Today I'm going to show you 7 is caused by debris that gets inside your controller mechanism, so most of these methods involve cleaning it. Here's method 1. Pull the stick up. You'll feel it kind of snap out of place. Then turn it over and tap underneath it. The idea is to shake debris loose. Then make sure you push down on the stick and snap it back into place. Method 2 is to blow around the stick. The best way to do this is to take a straw and flatten it a little bit. As you blow into the side of the shaft, push the stick in the opposite direction. You can also use canned air, or some people just put their mouth on it and blow. The idea is to blow debris out of the mechanism. If that didn't work, try taking a vacuum cleaner nozzle like this and vacuum it. Make sure you're pushing the stick. You may not want to go full. You might want to turn it less suction. There's one little something. That is to update the firmware on your controller. To do that, on your Xbox dashboard, go to Settings, then go to Devices and Connections, then go to Accessories, and then you should see a picture of your controller, and underneath should be 3 dots. Click those 3 dots, and then Update Now, if one is available. This has
Did you hear that?
Show me, son. Good one.
Who's at this lift?
Bear claw pastries and a bottle.